Hey folks, Fernando doing a video for the Modern Survivalist, and one of the things I get asked in my Spanish channel is about these plastic rounds. These are snap caps. Basically, the idea is for these to be used in your firearms as to have something for the firing pin to hit. And as you see, it's basically a plastic cartridge with a spring, and supposedly this, this is where you discharge the firing pin, even though you see a nice little crater there, so I'm not so sure if it works all that well or not, but basically it's something that is safe handling of your firearm with a plastic round. And that's just fine. I'll leave the link below for some of these things if you want to purchase them, but you can also make them yourself, or at least something quite similar. These are some I made for using in my .357 firearms. I've used it in my revolvers, in my lever action. So far, so good. It's really not that complicated, and you can make these yourself, probably with some of the stuff you have lying around. So, of course, you're going to be needing an empty case. Of course, you can take this as far as you want. You could remove the primer and maybe put a little bit of plastic or rubber, or go all the way and get an actual spring, put that on the inside, and a little bit of brass there, and basically replicate something like this. Or what you can do, which is a lot more simple, which is what I did, just get a stick, which is going to be 8 millimeters, and you just cut it so as to go basically the same depth as an actual .357 Magnum. Use a round so as to measure that properly, and with a little bit of glue and a little bit of paper tape, you just complete that shape so that it fits snugly there in place. That glue is going to be keeping it there, and then with a pencil sharpener, you give it that final form, right, so as we have something that chambers properly, and then you can of course paint it a little bit so as to have it a little bit more of a brighter color. So it's really no rocket science. I doubt very much that this, as it is, going to be absorbing much of the impact, but you have a dummy round that's going to be safe for you training, practicing, and doing all these sorts of things. So for example, if you have your speed loader, does this work? Yeah, it kind of somewhat does. If you have to reload your revolver, it sort of does that well enough. And yeah, it's the kind of thing you can keep on doing. They drop pretty much on their own. And again, in my lever action, no problem. I was just working that lever without problem and using these things. So you can make a bunch of these very easy, very simple, no money whatsoever. And you have something for practicing and training in a safe manner. Okay, guys, so that's basically it. Remember, if you're interested in my take on survival and preparedness, you have my books available in Amazon, or if you want to buy these, of course, they're available there in the links below as well, which is also a good way to go if you don't want to go the handcrafted way. See you in our next video, folks. Have an awesome day.